Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 86 of Two Amazon Sellers and a Microphone, brought to you by Sellozo. Today, as always, I'm joined with Kris Gramlich. Kris, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How's things going with you?
Very good. Spent all last night at a car dealership getting a new car, so that was quite the experience. But anyway, I've got a new ride. It's not a Lamborghini or anything of that nature.
It's something to get you from point A to point B.
Something to get me from point A to point B. Exactly. Oh, man. But yeah, that took forever. But well, today, this is going to be very exciting for you and I, Kris, because we get to sort of tell everyone a big announcement about a project that we're going to be launching. And I'm really, really excited about doing this project. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, there's something that we've been working on that we're going to kind of do here in the coming months. So it'll be fun to kind of record all this, make it a YouTube series, just kind of show everything out there.
Yep.
But first, let's talk about what we just got back from Fiverr.
Yeah. So we'll hit that big announcement here at the end. But this is kind of going to lead up to it a little bit. We did an episode a week ago or so where we talked about how we reached out to Fiverr and we ordered some gigs on some product research just to see what would come back. The last gig that we ordered, we were not super.
It was awful.
Awful. The gig brought back two products that were probably, two of the most in-demand, competitive, saturated things. What was the Pop-It and then the Spurtle. Stay away from as seen on TV products, everybody, and anything that's super hot right now. So that was a little underwhelming, but we had ordered another gig at the same time. And we're going to go through this live. We haven't really looked at this. We've just downloaded the spreadsheets that we got back. So we're going to look through these live and see if these are good products to potentially launch. And then we'll kind of tie that into this big project we're going to talk about, we're going to announce here live on the show. So, Kris, why don't we, for those listening on the podcast, we're going to pull these spreadsheets up that we got back from the Fiverr gig. And then we'll talk about these products. I don't think you'll have any problem listening to the podcast and understanding what we're doing. If you're watching us live, you're going to be able to see all this, which, by the way, before we get started, you want to watch us live? You want to know when we go live? You need to subscribe to Sellozo's YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, type in Sellozo, find us, subscribe to the channel. You'll know when we go live. We also go live on Facebook. So go to Sellozo's Facebook page, like it, turn on notifications. You'll be notified when we go live every time. And of course, those of you listening to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review. Let us know what you think. Let us leave a rating. Let us know how we're doing. And anybody who's watching live right now, you can always comment. We see the comments, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Facebook. We'll see these comments live. If we want to tackle that question, we'll tackle it live on the show, or we'll answer it after the fact, so you can see it there as well. All right, Kris, got that out of the way. Everyone get it? You should subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at product number one. These are all brand new to me, so I got to squint here and see and get a look at this. Hula Hoop. The first thing that comes to my mind is I've been seeing a lot of people selling weighted hula hoops. That seems to be a trend. And I'm wondering if that's what we're talking about here, is a weighted hula hoop.
I think it is. And Dustin and I, about a month ago, I did a quick call with you. I was like, hey, I'm doing some product research on Jungle Scout, and this weighted hula hoop keeps coming up. And at the time, it wasn't that bad. There was only a few models out there.
Yeah.
It was actually something that caught my attention. I was like, oh, this might be something to look into.
And it was high search volume.
Yeah.
Shocking. Oh, man.
I haven't looked really into it that much. Like I just saw the search volume and the number of reviews really low. But the thing that is like my caution immediately is, number one, it's going to get saturated fast. It already is compared to a month ago when we talked about it. And then number two, the size. Like, this thing is not going to be a small thing to ship. It's going to be something that is going to be in a bigger box. It's going to be maybe an oversized thing. So it's going to be a little bit bigger as far as your FBA fees go.
One thing that I'm noticing, and we'll see how these next two products go after we go through this one, but one thing I'm noticing on these fiber gigs is it appears they're bringing you back like super hot, trendy products, which is sort of the complete opposite of the way you and I would do product research. We would be looking for things that are not saturated, not trendy, like where everyone's going to jump on it, but there's good search volume, and we're able to compete. And so this is interesting because that's my initial reaction to these fiber gigs we've had is if anyone's out there ordering these and you're getting back trendy products, I would probably run away from these because it's going to be tough. But let's take a look. Let's dig in a little bit more here. I mean, we've got, average price is it's where we would want to be in the 30s.
Yeah, it's definitely high priced.
Review 343. That can be so misleading, I feel like, because there could be people with, I'm looking at the reviews on this one right here. I see 1, 2, 3. I see 3 people over 1,000 reviews. Do you see that as well, Kris? And that,
yeah.
So that's tough.
Kind of yeah. I mean, the numbers look good. Like monthly sales, like 14,000, 2, 3, 2, 2, 7. Daily sales 500, 480, 70. 90, 70, like that looks good, but I don't like the size. Like that gets me going. Some of these are fulfilled by merchant too. Merchant. Low review, but there's some of that have a lot, like 1,000, 700, 1,000. I just feel like this will it's trendy now, but it feels like it's going to be sometimes going to get saturated fast.
Yeah, I feel like you can have a strategy where you look through numbers, but it can get lost on the amount of people that are going to pour into this. Do you want to open up Amazon real quick and look at that? Open up an Amazon tab and let's actually look at what it looks like.
Let me pull it up here.
Because if we type it in and we see, the thing that I would want to look for is, do I see like exactly what I'm seeing here, where every one of them looks identical? You know what I mean? And so we got some different colors, it looks like, but they're all looking the same. And there is a lot of sellers. And I just see, here's the thing that scares me right away. I see one that's $17 that's got 850 reviews. If there's people selling at that price, how that 32 or whatever you're looking at selling for is going to be gone really soon. 21. And this dovetails into what I was talking about before last time. This is so competitive now. There's a lot of sellers, so it's a commoditized product. And it looks like there's a lot of people that have really good images, good titles, good review counts. So it's going to be hard to compete in that regard, and the competition is all going to come down to price, and it's going to be a race to the bottom. And somebody's always going to have a low price, always going to be liquidating. I just feel like this is a tough one.
If you had an existing brand, like if you were already in the fitness niche,
100%,
this could be like, then I would probably go ahead and do it. Like this would be a product I would do, or it would already be on my radar if I was already in this niche. Like if I'm in this niche, I would already know this was coming.
Yes.
So,
and I think the discussion we're having is coming from the perspective of somebody who's trying to launch their first product. Whew, this is not what I would do.
This would not be something I would do as my first product.
No.
All
right, let's take
a lot of products.
Yeah, let's take a look at number 2.
Number 2 on the list. So I've looked at this before, and I think we talked lockpick, and I don't know the backstory on it, but I feel like there is a risk here as far as getting the listing taken down or it's banned for some reason. Like I've looked at lock pick in the past. It does look good on paper. Like there is a lot of demand for that. I don't know the backstory. Like I feel like there's reasons why there's so many limited sellers, and maybe because it's a gated section or you got to have some type of paperwork or something. I'm not familiar with that. So if somebody is, please let me know. I'd love to let us know. We'd love to know that. But this would be, if I was starting out, I would probably source this, honestly, because the review counts are so low, the price is high, and there's a lot of sales going on this. But then I have a feeling I would get burned somewhere because I don't know. I feel like it would be shut down or something.
So is this what they are right here? It's like a lock pick.
Yeah. So it's like a clear lock, and you get it does basically teach you how to pick a lock.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like these are like borderline banned, and I'm not sure. Like I don't know. So that's why I'm asking for help here, because I don't know, because you do see a lot of low reviews, really low reviews.
Yeah, the review counts are low. The products do look similar. Obviously, there's a lot of the pricing seems to be kind of all over the place, but not too many low balls on here. I see one for 19, but it's got a 4-star. The reviews are lower, so that could help. And yeah, you could
something fishy here.
You could get this. You could get into this category. I think there'd be less resistance getting in because of these review counts. They're all pretty low. Pricing seems to be okay. I'd probably want to try to add something to this, or have a piece just to differentiate a little bit. I'd have to do some investigation in this to see which way you could differentiate. That's interesting, though. Again, it's popular. I mean,
okay. So let me just get a real quick analysis here. So we typed in lock pick set, right? I don't see that anywhere in the title.
Right.
I don't see that anywhere in the bullet points, and it's not even in the right category. Door kick plates, like those 3 things. That's something fishy's going on. Like something's happening here, where if you add lock pick set to your title, you probably get kicked out. Like this product will get kicked out. So that's why I feel like, stainless steel multifunctional piece set. Like all these products, they don't have, that one says lock, but they don't say anything about a lock pick set in the title. So I feel like that's what's happening here. And
that's interesting that they're being indexed for that word.
Yeah.
Even though none of them have this in there.
Look at these titles: super short bullets. Man, this is what I'm talking about. I bet this is something where you just add the word lock pick set as a search term in the back of the listing, and keep it out of the title, and keep it out of the bullet points, and keep it out of the description. Yeah. So maybe the description says good multi-tools. That's it.
And that has tons of reviews. What was this product? Where was
it? Says 144. Let's look at Helium 10 all time. It launched back in March. Yeah, see, these things sell so fast, so quick.
Yeah, let's leave it out of stock, obviously. And then he came back in. And I mean, his BSR is low.
I'm like 95% convinced that this would get kicked out if you had like lock pick set in the title or something.
Very interesting. But I mean, I could tell you, I could do certainly a better job on that listing and still not use the word lock pick set. That was pretty poor, and it was doing really well. That's interesting.
Yeah. I have a feeling like there's reasons that this isn't saturated, and somebody probably knows more about it than us. Mm-hmm. But just like looking at it and digging in deeper, the title and new seller wouldn't notice that. They would just go with it.
No, and that's a good eye, Kris, spotting that. I mean, this is the kind of things that we look for. It's like, why are these titles wrong? And that's a good point. I bet you can't use them in that title.
Yeah, and they're all in different categories. Gosh, this is crazy. Like, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I sourced this product. Because it takes, boom, you get your listing taken down because it's a product that don't support or whatever. But
yeah, and we don't know that. That's just we're guessing.
We're guessing. We're assuming because there's not that much competition, and these are people that probably got away. They're getting around it somehow, but still.
Yeah. And I don't know how long this product's been out, but when you see like this with a lot of, you wonder if people are getting their listing banned and then they relaunch a new one. And that's why there's so many low reviews.
They're all in different categories: door kick plates, hardware, combination locks. That's kind of the right category. It's close. Yeah. Improvement lock boards.
They might not have a like criminal training category.
Yeah. But it's there's something here, and I don't want to play in it.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's go to product number 3. This is kind of fun. It's just the reason these exercises are fun is because they get your brain just thinking in terms of, what's out there, what can we sell. So far, those two we're not sold on them. Let's see what the third one that we got from our Fiverr gig is. Silicone Pipe. What the heck is Silicone Pipe? That is
it looks like an accessory, for lack of a better term. Gosh, I just don't want to play in these products. Here's what we get back. So, Silicone Pipe. It's a smoking accessory.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. I mean, it's basically a bong.
Yep.
Or a pipe. Not a bong, but it's a smoking. This is how in the world. These are interesting that we got these back. I'm not sure what kind of research they're doing, but there's no way this has got to be a gated category. Or
do you see these titles?
Yep.
Silicone straw, silicone tool, silicone straw pipe. Okay, that one just got listed and no reviews. I would imagine it's going to be taken down pretty soon. But like some of these say silicone straw for father or husband, and it's not a straw. It's definitely a pipe.
Yes, it's a marijuana pipe. It's a bowl.
This is funny.
So again, we're striking out. This gig is not producing good results. None of these products would we jump into for multiple reasons. It's basically drug paraphernalia. So
this is a ice cream silicone straw for your relatives or your friends.
Yep.
But the picture shows something completely different.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, we don't even need to talk about this one. You're gonna get yourself in trouble selling these. I mean, I feel like these are ones they just keep throwing these up. You got these companies just keep throwing these suckers up, and their listing gets taken down. They throw up another one. Take it down, throw up another one. Put it in a different category. Get creative with names. So I would say that is 0 for 3 on that gig. What do you think, Kris?
Yeah, I like this gig better than the first one we did.
Yeah,
as far as delivery,
yeah,
it's easy. The delivery was good. The product's super questionable. I mean, maybe the Hula Hoop was the best out of all 3 of these.
Yeah,
but I mean, I wouldn't even call it that good. It's still going to be heavy. It's still going to be bottom price race. So,
yeah.
I mean, this one was 20 some odd dollars. I think it was $25. It's better than that one we paid for 40. So,
yeah, Well, it was just an interesting exercise for us because we wanted to see just sort of what is out there, what people are doing for product research, because this dovetails into our big announcement of what we're doing. So Kris and I, the big announcement is we are going to start a live series where we start from scratch, open up a brand new Amazon account. We're going to source, we're going to do all of our product research. We're going to find products to launch and sell. We're going to source them. We're going to list them. We're going to bring in all of our friends that we've met through this journey that are going to help us every step of the way with listings and sourcing and everything else that is we're doing. We're going to launch all the advertising campaigns through Sellozo for this, all live, all transparent. I'm super excited about this, Kris, for so many reasons, but that's our big project. So we're literally starting this week, and we'll be keeping you guys posted on this because it's going to be hopefully a really informative YouTube series for anybody out there who's looking to start their Amazon business. You can watch us. You can follow along. You can see what we're doing, and we don't know where it's going to go. We may find a great product. We may find a product that doesn't work. Either way, it's going to be great. And we're just going to keep doing this and keep launching products. So I'm super pumped about doing this, Kris.
Yeah, it's going to be a good little series we're going to do. We're going to be recording it over a 3-6 month period or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be fun. It'll just help us get back into the swing of things. Like, I don't know. I've heard you got to take an interview now. Like when you open up an Amazon account, like there's an interview process. Like that's going to be fun to kind of go through. So it's going to be completely different for us.
Yeah. You and I have not opened up a Seller Central account since 2014 when we started. Mm-hmm. So we really, we know what to do once we have everything open. But this is going to be, like you said, a fun experiment. It'll be fun for anybody to watch. You'll see just sort of, hopefully it'll help you fast track your project that you're doing. We're going to, number one, starting this week, we're going to open up that Amazon account, jump through whatever hoops we need to do to get that rolling. We'll document all of that. And then we're going to immediately start product research, which is why we ordered those gigs and we're looking at that. Those will not be any of the products that we are going to do, but we will have these discussions. So you can watch just sort of the way that Kris and I evaluate products, look for products, find them, find suppliers. I think all of that will be, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's my favorite part. I love finding new products to sell. So hopefully this will be really cool. That's our big announcement. I'm super pumped. We're going to start right this week. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah. It's going to be something that we're just going to keep documenting. So it's going to be good.
Now we haven't named this series yet. So if anybody out there has a good name that we could name this project that we're going to launch, let us know. Put it in the comments. Let us know what would be a good name. We're brainstorming that right now. We're going to come up with something that we think is great, but we'd love your input on it. And also, we, of course, want you to watch this series. So if you want to be notified about it, you got to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you've got to subscribe to our Facebook page so that you're notified when all this stuff goes out. But that's the big announcement. Super excited. I know right after this, Kris, today we'll be talking a little bit more about setting up the account. I'm actually really fascinated about what it's like setting up an account right now. There's all kinds of different stuff. So we'll be diving into it, and I hope it's really good for everybody.
Yep.
All right. That is the show for today. We will be back at this again tomorrow. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Like and subscribe to everything. Subscribe to the podcast like we talked about, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.